How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Luke and you're watching Social Driven, and today's video is going to be an absolute belter. We're going to be installing my Recaro pole positions into the M3 and we're using Gosling Racing seat mounts with runners. It is going to be a sick video. Stay tuned. You are not ready for this one. So guys, you join me in my very messy spare room in my house, but today we are going to basically be installing the Gosling Racing seat mounts. These are the runner seat mounts, so you can actually move them back and forth. I wanted that nice Clubsport feel for when I was, getting in the car, using the car, especially if other people want to drive the car, it's not mounted. And I'm not going for the full crazy track style like I did with the Megane. So these are the Recaro pole positions, great seats. Obviously my old Sebelt seats that I had were more like track orientated, they hugged you a bit more, but these are great. These are the best like Clubsport style daily driving style seats you can probably get for bucket seats as far as they go. So these are actually out of date now. I got these on a good deal from a friend called Alex Bennett. He's quite known in the rental world for selling a lot of Meganes and things like that. So really nice guy, sorted me out with these. They're not in date anymore, but they still look incredible, and we're not going to be using the car for racing anyway, so it makes no odds. Now they're finished in the nice leather with the Alcantara seat bottoms and backing as well, both exactly the same. Now there's only one mark on these seats, which is right there, which I probably will get sorted at some point, maybe not. It depends how OCD I get with everything, but today we're going to be taking runners that are off these seats, which are super runners. If anybody wants a set of Toyota super runners, message me because they're on this, and we're going to be installing the Gosling Racing ones that are in here. There is a tutorial for this. I'll run through it with you guys anyway. I'm going to obviously try and tell you how it works along the way. But what I'm saying is I'd probably recommend you guys using his tutorial. I'll put it on the screen either up here or over there. The link will be. Check out, it's really in depth if you do want to follow me. But it gives you every single bit of information on that video, and also the box comes with every bit needed to do it. It's really nice to have a company like that gives an informative video and shows you how to do it properly. Most places just give you the seats, seat mounts and the side mounts and everything like that, and you just get on with it. So it's nice to follow there, especially because the runners, I've never actually fitted seats with runners before, so it'll be interesting for me to learn and for you guys to obviously learn as well. So we're going to get these seats on in the car. It's going to take a lot of weight out of the car because the electric memory seats, well, the electric memory heated seats in the M3 are stupidly heavy, and these don't weigh a lot. I'll put the figures on the screen on the description down below for how much these actually weigh, but it's a massive weight saving compared to what we're going to have in the car. And obviously E92 M3s, they're fairly weighty cars as it is, so it's going to make a massive difference. Now guys, before we do get into the whole process of putting onto these two Recaro pole positions, I just want to say a massive shout out to Gosling Racing. I'm not sponsored by this video. I did, in all honesty, get a little bit of discount, but I've not got like a discount code to give you to you guys or anything like that. He's a really nice, genuine chap, and I've got to say the product and the packaging and how it all looks is absolutely spot on and incredible. So if you guys want to get your own kits, he does like E46 kits, he does cages, lots of BMW stuff, I think Supra stuff and everything as well. The link will be on the screen at the bottom and in the description down below, guys. But apart from that, it's time to get to it. I'm sweating my nuts off already, and it's going to be a long evening, I think, but we're going to get it done, and we're going to get these in tomorrow, because I cannot wait to see these in the car. It is going to look outrageous. Now, first things first, obviously we're getting out the trusty old backhoe toolbox. Just got to look at this thing. If you want a budget Blue Point toolbox, this is the place to go. I don't know if there's if these are on eBay still, but great cheap toolbox. The quality is second to none for what you pay for. Talking of quality, the kit from Gosling Racing is just unreal as well. Now we're going to remove the current mounts that are on the Recaro pole positions. These are the super ones, which we're going to take these off. These are on runners already, as you can see. For those of you who are probably wondering, Luke, why you're not doing this outside, like, why not doing it in like a workshop or anything? Why are you doing it in your own home? Basically, guys, I work full time still, so I've got to make do and do bits where I can, and I'm still want to, you know, I still want to bring out content for you. So I'm still here grafting after work in my own house with this awful lighting. This is giving me really bad light. I'm fairly OCD with when I'm recording, so I like to have good light, but not a good one for this light. Now in Sean, who I believe it is, Sean's tutorial from Gosling Racing, I'm going to be putting the side mounts on first. He said the sliding points go to the front, and then the normal holes go to the back of the seats, so we'll add them on. This is just so that when we can line everything up on the base plate as well. So we'll get these on first. Setting wise, I want to be quite low to the ground because I like being quite low to the ground. So we're gonna play around with it. Now in the kit is everything provided. There's a bag for each side. So this bag had every single bit of nut and bolt that I'm gonna need. So it comes with the washers, all the threaded bolts, and the nuts as well to go on the end. So luckily it's good that companies come together like Gosling Racing and put all these together as well. Really helpful and really handy. Obviously, as I'm doing this video, I'm watching his step-by-step tutorial as well. So if you guys don't want to watch this video and want to watch this, I am following everything he does, but he does explain it in a much more professional manner and a detailed manner as well. So it might be a bit easier for you guys to watch instead of this one. Okay, so now I have set up the height in which I want the side mounts on. That's how I want to sit, like level, second level down. This is going to be my passenger side seat because it's got the little rip bit there. So we're going to use the driver's seat, the mint driver's seat for me. So moving on to the base plates, to make sure everything sits correctly, we need to make sure that the side with the bigger gap, which is this side, which Sean just told me, is on the outside of the vehicle. So if this is going to be the passenger seat, it needs to be basically like that. So that's to the outside of the vehicle. So the seat goes on top and we can measure it all up. Now guys, the seat is on the base. So obviously this side is going to be the inside. So this is the passenger seat, as if you're sat here. You basically want it so it's more closer to the gearbox side on the center console when you put it in. Just make sure your holes line up and everything all around. You can mark it up and everything like that, but I'm not going to, but I know which holes I'm going to be doing it on, so it's all good. But just make sure you bring it over here as much as possible because you don't want to be hitting the door cards or anything like that, so all good. Now once we're onto the base plates and we've got everything lined up, you can take your seat off and we can move on to the runners. Now I've got this one in place already, so it goes in line with where you've measured up your holes. This silver part goes on the inside, I believe the other side as well goes on the inside. And you can basically move your runner back and forth by lifting up. You can see that right there. So I'll show you a demonstration. So you're going back and forth. It's just so you can get your bolts in place with your lockable nuts there as well, which is all supplied in the kit as well anyway, okay? So for demonstration purposes, what I'm going to do now is this side. I'll show you guys. So obviously, like I said, you pull this side of the runner up. It's like spring activated, and you can pull this part of the runner back and forth. I'm on the second hole on this side, so you just line it up like so. You literally just slot your bolt in nicely. It just goes in there, can't move anywhere, can't go anywhere. Then you get your washer and your nut, goes underneath. Really simple. Same principle for this side. Pull the runner across, and then you do the thing up. Make sure they are loose, not right about hand tight, so they've got a bit of play in them, just in case you need to make any other form of adjustments when you're further down the line. Now guys, when you're at the stage of both your runners are on the base plate, you've got basically the puller bit that goes on the runners. Now let me show you where this goes. It's really simple and easy now. It should be, you know, this is like the final steps we're getting to. It's took me a minute, but following the tutorial and done it a few times, I can now happily say I could do the other seat base like without having to look. So it's one of those things, once you know you've done it a few times, it's easy. Now it should look something like this. I've pulled both of these forward this way just so they match up and they can go in easily. But you'll see on the side, oh, there you go. You see, is it going to focus? Not going to focus, is it? But there's two, let me just grab this. There's two holes, one there, and these sit in there like that. So what I'm going to do is quickly get these fitted and clipped in, just so I can show you guys what it's like, and then you can be able to see how the runners move back and forth. So that took some modifying. I need to be fair to Sean, he did say in his video it might need some modification. So basically with the runner now, I'm trying to show you this, come on, put it underneath it. pull this up and then run it. Oh, I have to do it that way. See? Now you pull this up, runner can go back and forth. Locks in place. Lovely. Now the modification part of it is this bar, like the puller bar, might need to be modified depending on how your seat sits, with clipping into here. So mine, I just have to basically bend mine out a little bit so it's a bit wider, so it goes in, and now it goes in. Sweet. So that's that bit done. I now need to move on to these parts, which is basically for like if you're going to be using like OEM seatbelt still, etc., which I am going to be for a minute. For the little parts that mounts to the harnesses, I can't remember what they're called. He did say this video, I'm useless for this, but the parts that do mount in here do not come with this kit. You have to buy them separately. But if you're mounting harnesses and stuff, you can mount the little eyelets. I think eyelets. That's it. Mount the eyelets in properly. So, but I'm going to be using the original seatbelt for a minute. So we are getting there now with this. These are the extra mounts that go on top. What we need to do now is take the side mounts back off the seat. Once you know your position, mark it up or do whatever you want to do with it, and then we can pop it on here and get it bolted up for this. So basically, the OEM pretension or the seat belt itself will sit on the inside. So this is the outside and it'll sit on the inside because obviously the seat belt comes across, goes in there. When you take the original one off the original seat, it'll just go onto that side there. But this thing for now, we're just going to take off the side mounts, get it bolted on, and we should all be good, guys. So once you have done that and you've got them on, like you can see right now, these are all in where they're supposed to be. What you need to do is make sure you don't do any of this up, like anything up tight yet, because you want to get the seat back in to its position and then make sure it's in where you want to be, and then do everything up tight, just in case you need to make any little minor niggly adjustments. But guys, if you've got up to this part so far, you've done the hard bit, so don't worry about it. Like I said, I struggled a bit to start off with, but we got there in the end. So let's get the seat on, see how it looks, see if the runner still works all fine, and then we can get ready to go in the car tomorrow. So, bosh, done. The first seat, the first seat's done. It's taken me a minute, but now I've learned it all. I know what I can do, I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to do exactly that. So obviously that's the passenger seat. This side sits a lot, ooh, I'm going to fall over in a minute. So yeah, this side sits a lot closer. I just need to do the same with this side now, the driver's side. The runners are different on this, for some reason they're black. All round instead of black and silver like with those ones. So one thing I did notice as well, which I cannot be asked to change, I'm just going to have to keep, is that the bar is facing down instead of facing up. It doesn't make a difference because you still pull it and move it back and forth, it's just your finger's going to catch a bit underneath. But hey ho, it is what it is. On this one we're definitely going to make sure the sides facing upwards. But yeah, that is sweet. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm not going to bore you with building another one up. I'm going to catch you all tomorrow when we're fitting these into the M3, and obviously we've got to take out the standard one, so bear with. It's going to be a very eventful day tomorrow. Like very eventful. I need to somehow get these seats down there as well to my work. Tomorrow's gonna be carnage, but we'll figure it out. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay guys, so it is the next day, and luckily for me, Chris has actually let me come into the showroom and fit the seats. It's a really simple process, and there's like no oil or any other mechanical bits that's going to go anywhere. So we've got the M3 sat here, the Recaro proposition sat here, sat on the Gosling Racing mounts, which, like I said, look incredible. What we're going to do is obviously we'll give the seat a bit of hoover up, so we need a bit of hoover up, and we're going to hoover up everything inside as well, around the seating area for when the new ones go in. Now, a simple process, I think it's a T50 Torx bit to get these out. Obviously pull the seat back first and get the front ones out, and then obviously the seat forward then to get the back ones out, and then obviously the seat comes out. Obviously there'll be clips and all the other sort of ancillaries underneath the seat you need to take out the car. And then after that's done, obviously there's going to be a airbag light on the dash, but we'll get past that in the future and get that coded out. If anyone knows the best way to code that out, let me know. Carly, things like that, I believe you can, but if there's anyone that can help me out with doing that, it'd be great, because I will need to get that coded out. But apart from that, pretty simple stuff. Now would actually be a good time for you guys to make sure that everything is done up on from the mounts to the seats, and you're happy with your seating position and everything like that, and then you're all good to go. So let's get the camera set up, get that seat out, and hopefully I cannot wait to see how good these look inside the car. Now we've got one seat out. The weight difference is massive. These have literally got to be like at least 40 kilo, maybe more, and these tiled up with the mounts, it's got to be about 10, 15, so it's a massive weight saving. But the next thing we've got to do is get the pre-tensioner off for the seat belt so that it can, you know, mount to the side, because obviously we're going to be using existing seat belts on the car. So let me just figure this one out, because this will be a tricky one. Sweet, so we are all mounted up now. It's a simple case of just getting yourself a nut to go on the back of the existing torque split bolt that comes with the pre-tensioner for the seat belt. Bolt straight on. Obviously, like I said, the wires are going to be no use, so I've cut them off. You can go Kodo for now, etc. Anyway, for the future reference. So these aren't probably going to stay. I'll get harnesses at some point when I get the Clubsport cage and whatnot, but it's just for a minute, and it looks simple and it looks nice. All the runners are done. Everything's tightened up all around with all the bolts and everything. All I have to do is pretty much just hoover out this absolute disgusting bit of carpet in here and get the seat in. This is one of those moments where you start getting really excited, because like it's not really that often you do modifications for yourself inside the car, and when you do, they're really nice tasty ones. And like, this is my first set of pole positions as well, and I'm putting it in an M car, like my first M car, so it's a fair big thing. Now, weirdly enough, I actually enjoy hoovering BMWs or most German cars' carpet, because their carpet, compared to like other cheaper manufacturers like Ford, Fiat, etc., like the carpet's really easy to work with and hoover up, especially with good old Henry. So yeah, that's done. Let's get a seat in. Now guys, this is looking absolutely insane. We've got the first seat in and it's looking mad. Like, check how good that looks right now. All the fixings, everything's correct. One thing I will say, actually, I forgot to tell you guys, is that in the kit from Gosling Racing, there's like a stud, it's like sort of like a stud nut kit you'd have for your wheels, but for the back of these, because it's a bit tight to get to that one over there. So that's really handy. Put that in, super simple. And obviously you've got to make sure you undo this as well, and then make sure you thread through the seat belt through your seat, just so that it's like that. Now, I'm not going to bore you with doing the other seat. I want to get both in, do a finish up video, and I've got one little extra to add onto the car for tonight's video. But I've been enjoying this, it's been an absolute belter, and I hope you guys are enjoying the video. But it's a super simple mod. You don't have to get a set of Recaro pole positions, so I'm talking so fast, I'm that excited. I do this every time I get gassed about something, but yeah, you don't have to do Recaro pole positions. You can put whatever seats you want in. Sean's kit fits, you know, loads of seats, like Sparko seats, Sabelk seats, everything like that. You can see it in his videos anyway, but oh, this is mad. But I will catch you guys in a second once we've got both seats in. Well guys, what more can I say apart from wow, like these seats transform the car dramatically, and with it being jet black, all the interior is mainly black, bar the silver trims that are actually on it, it sets the car off really, really nicely inside for the driver. Next thing obviously we need to do is just get the steering wheel sorted out, but these seats are just something else, and obviously a massive thank you to Chris for letting me come in here tonight and fit these. Simple process. Just got to move the seats around and everything like that, but it's a nice little area for me to come in and do this video. But guys, honestly, I'm over the moon. Big shout out to Sean as well from Gosling Racing for sending me out this kit. Like I said, I did get a bit of discount, but it's to help obviously promote a business and things like that, and I'm honest when I'm saying things like that. So yeah, honestly a really, really good bit of kit. The runner, well, the seat base with the runners, super simple, effective, and it works really well, and the durability of it seems to be really nice because it's such a strong sort of material as well. So shout out to Sean, like I said, from Gosling Racing. Really, really nice bit of kit. Like I say, he does a lot of kits for other cars as well, mainly BMWs, but if you're interested, check it out. I'll put a link in the description down below, but highly recommend, because this is the first time I've actually had a set of seat bases rails with movable runners on it, instead of being static and standing, like, you know, where you can't move a seat. So absolutely over the moon. Now, like I said, in the middle of the video, I did say there's a little extra at the end that we're going to put on just before we end off today's video, so here it is. Now, in this lies a brand new badge. We've got a really outdated M3 badge on the car currently, and what better yet to do is get a satin black M3 badge to go on this car. Let me show you how good this thing looks. Now check out how good this looks. It's going to finish it off amazingly well against the jet black. Obviously with it being gloss, this being like a satin matte black finish, it's going to look unreal. Now you might not be able to see it a lot, but under light like this, you'll be able to see it perfectly, especially in the daylight as well. But this is one way to end off the video, so I'll catch up with you guys in a second when we've got the badge on. Boom, and there we go, the badge is on. I don't know if it's looking a bit skewy. I don't know if it's my eyes, but I think it's where the 3 is, but definitely a lot better over that horrible silver one that was on there. That was just fading with all the colours. So the nice satin matte black to finish it off. I'll give you a nice little cold start up. There is cold start delete on this, but you can hear what it sounds like. The valve's open for about a split second, then they shut, so bear with. So yeah, there we go guys, the seats are in, the seat bases are in with the runners, and the new little badge is on. So yeah, massive thank you to everyone involved today, without doubt. Obviously Chris for letting me use the unit to get the seats in, and then Sean from Gosling Racing for sorting out the seat bases and the runners as well. So it's been great, I've enjoyed it, the seats are in, the car's looking great, and we're on to the start of the build. It's finally started, there's no looking back now. I think next we need to get some coilovers, change wheels, do a few more aesthetic bits on the outside, and go from there. But guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button and be notified every single time I upload, and make sure you smash a like on today's video, comment down below what you want to see next, and let's just get it with the M3. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, bye for now.